Happy Halloween, ghouls and ghosts. This is Railuge. For this Monster Bash, I plan on doing a little bit of a Halloween review. This year, I'm going to be looking at 4 different movies from the Monster High franchise. When my daughter was growing up, I watched the TV shows with her. 2 of which that I've actually fallen in love with is My Little Pony. Yes, I'm a brony. I'm more of a parent brony, though. And we also watched Monster High. I was aware of Monster High before, when they had, like, the Create a Monster Lab thing, which I personally thought it was awesome, but also, I wasn't really spending money on, like, toys or whatnot at that point. So, I kind of just skipped over it. Until my daughter got me into it. And, what I liked is that, at least at the time, this wasn't a, like, movie series that was trying to sell toys. It was toys trying to sell the movie. The dolls would release before the movie, and they would have, like, catch, like, Boo York on this channel or on DVD. And it actually worked that way for a while. For today's movie, I want to look at 13 Wishes. Mainly because it's my favorite one. I feel it's like the best one out there. Now, I know that other people are going to have other ones. Like, Boo York really comes in a very close second. But, again, people have their own opinions, so let me know which movie was your favorite. Before I go into the actual, like, details of the movie and my thought process on that, I want to bring up the theme song. Because 13 Wishes is the first one to do the rocking. It's pretty much soft rock theme for the Monster High franchise, and it is so much better than what they had before. What they had before, it was kind of sexualized. What they had before was kind of sexualization. I mean, come on. They're teenagers. I know it's, like, supposed to be, like, aimed towards preteens and teenagers, but I'm pretty sure majority of the gender that's going to be watching this is girls. And you really don't want to objectify people. I mean, come on, seriously. And the newer song has a more positive, like, message behind it. Like, we are monsters, we are strong. We are monsters, sing it proud. I mean, it's all about being you. So, on to the actual movie. So, this is highly opinion-based. If you have different opinions, that's fine. You can go ahead and let me know what your opinions differ. But, in my opinion, the animation's pretty good for what it is. It's like a TV special. And besides, like, the heads bobbing up and down when they talk, the rest, like, the animation as a whole doesn't make me want to puke or, like, gouge my eyes out. And mainly for this movie, the plot moves along very fluently. I mean, yeah, there's times where they cut to, like, a silly part, but the silly part fits with the plot. And I actually kind of like the voice acting. It's pretty spot on.
Trust me.
Okay, with the exception of Dracula's squeaky voice. I mean, at times it's fine, but oh my god, sometimes it's just ear bleeding. Alright, so the movie starts off with kind of like a storybook style, like very old Disney showing a storybook, telling a little story. And then, after that little tidbit, we get a montage of the path that the lamp takes in order to get into the high school. A high school which, in fact, is dripping in history and lore that has literal references to the then upcoming series Ever After High. The plot goes through the different type of monsters that will be featuring in this movie, about how they wish that things were different, or showing us their personal, like, wants, like being on a certain game show, or changing how the high school runs things. But then they dive deep into how Leans want to be a popular girl.
Twyla? Hey, watch where you're going.
What are you even doing in this hall anyway?
I didn't...
Geek Hall is over there.
Not necessarily to be popular, but to be noticed. She wants cool friends, I guess. But the friends that she already has keeps telling her, hey, the important people already know you exist.
It's worth. You don't need to be popular, Helene. The monsters that matter already know how awesome you are.
Which is why Twyla has to be one of my favorite characters in the whole series. Not only she's the daughter of the boogeyman, but like being the youngest in the school, she already has the sense of like what is important and what isn't. After an hilarious attempt to try to get people to notice her name, Helene gets sent to detention cleaning the attic. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this like child labor? Like, it's Harry Potter levels of like lazy detention. Like, oh yeah, you just go and like go clean the haunted woods that no one's supposed to be in. Yeah, you'll be fine. Completely dangerous, but you'll be fine. And so, naturally, they find a lamp that produces a genie that gives her 13 wishes.
Greetings, Finder.
Wait, 13?
The Finder is granted 13 wishes to use as she chooses.
That's a lot of wishes. It's normally 3. I get why 13, because 13's an unlucky number. But dang, that must be a very powerful genie. To see if the movie kept track of like all this massive amount of wishes, we will activate the wish counter. First wish. Wish to get out of detention. Claudine tries to convince Helene to be careful with her wishes. And of course, Helene, being the younger sister, demands like, oh, you can't tell me what to do. However, she actually listens to Claudine's warning and actually makes wishes to make her friend's life better. So she goes and wishes for Gil's parents to accept Laguna as, like, Gil's girlfriend. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go ahead and watch some of the movies, because this is a lot of in-depth, like, backstory. Which is what I really love about these movies, which is why I'm doing the certain 4 movies that I'm doing. So, anyway, her wish changes Laguna into a freshwater monster. And she goes forth and starts wishing for her other friends as well.
We're never gonna get on Die trying.
Don't worry, big bro. I gotcha. I wish you were all on your favorite show. As you wish. You could let me help you. I have a magic genie. All I have to do is say the word, and it's President Abby. Great!
However, all these wishes are still not making her happy.
If it isn't the lunar loser, you don't belong in this ghoul's room. You don't belong anywhere.
Wisp, the shadow of Gigi, convince Howling to make a wish for herself, and she wishes to be popular.
Duh! I have a genie. She could make me the most popular monster at school. Summon her. Gigi, I need you.
As we learn at the beginning, Gigi's shadow is trying to convince the wisher to give her genie powers, because she's just a shadow. Gigi should tell Howleen what's going on, but she can't.
I warn you, don't be tempted to use the wishes for selfish.
You know the rules. The finder chooses the wish.
She can't tell the wisher anything that would influence her wishes, but of course Wisp can, because Wisp is a shadow genie. She's not bound by the laws of the lamp.
My wish is to be popular, but just do it.
However, after that, I really don't think Howling would listen to the genie after all. Nature of the genie wishes, we get to see how these wishes start unraveling for Howling's friends, regardless of how unselfish Howling's wishes were. It's just, it's basic nature that these things would not go as well as you'd expect.
I can't make anybody fall in love with anybody else. Mwah! You little punum there.
The more Howling wishes, the more Wisp becomes more solid. And Twyla, being the daughter of the boogeyman, starts seeing the shadow. And so she starts talking to Gigi about it, which really shows she is really, really, really worried about her friend. And I love that character design of her so much. After confrontation with Cleo, Howling wishes her to just be unpopular.
No amount of wishing can turn me into a nobody. You won't believe what just...
Oh, hey! Are you new here?
New here? No, it's me.
Hi, me. I'm Draculaura, and this is Frankie.
After talking to Twyla, Claudine confronts Howling about the new wishes she's making, which actually causes Howling to wish Claudine to disappear, which creates an interesting side effect. Claudine actually disappears, but is replaced by a negative alternate version, and causing Wisp to materialize a little bit more, and actually causes Howling to become dark. Literally. So after a little bit of coercion, the ghouls had actually convinced Gigi to talk to them about Wisp. We get a little bit more backstory, and the ghouls decide to try to get Claudine back. One problem: Claudine's in her lamp. However, they now know how they can get into the lamp. So Gigi gives them this magic exit orb, so that once they find Claudine, they can escape. And they go and confront Howleen, forcing her to make them disappear, which gives us wish number 8. We end at the part that makes this my favorite movie of the franchise. The whole scene inside of the lamp. And this also is what I feel separates this from other, like, high school drama movies. This actually goes to, like, not just a literal realm, but a figurative realm of adventure. These ghouls, even though they're all monsters, they get put into a situation where it's not natural for them. And they have to come together and figure out how to solve this problem. Their plan gets changed when they find Claudine, and Claudine had found a book explaining exactly what's going on, and now we get the rest of the backstory, which, in my opinion, I think removing the beginning part, at least mostly, I think would have been an interesting cut to make, making the whole thing between Gigi and Wisp a little bit more mysterious. And we still get all the same backstory between Gigi telling them about Wisp and Claudine finding the book. But then again, it would be really hard to find a way to, like, have the montage at the beginning of the lamp arriving at the school. The ghouls figure that they need to find the remaining shards of the mirror in order to actually save Howleen. And Claudine, along with the book, found the map of the lamp. The map of the lamp. The map of the lamp. Tried to say that 10 times fast. And they go on the little adventure to try to find the shards. But what I like is that the map is reversed. You actually have to read the shadow version of the map in order to get to where you're going, because it's the shadows. I love it. I know I'm skipping over a lot of the cuts to the cute parts of the people dealing with their wishes, like the die trying and Abby's being president, but mainly because go ahead and go watch the movie. It's a really good movie. But also, my favorite part of all the wishes crumbling together has to be the scene with Laguna.
Laguna, I don't even know who you are anymore.
I'm exactly who you want me to be.
It reminds me of a certain movie, and I still haven't quite found it. I'm going to try to really search for it, but if I do, here's the scene. If not, I think it's something like The Body Snatchers or something like that. Really, it's really old, and it pretty much has the same line that Laguna says. So Howleen's 9th wish is to wish to replace Abby as the busybody president. She turns the school into her own little cult, backed up with a psychic monster trying to figure out who likes Howleen and who doesn't.
Those four, they're not big fans at all.
But of course, the principal, Bloodgood, does not approve.
Long story short, you're fired.
You don't have the power to do that.
Do it. Now.
Gigi, I wish.
So Howleen wishes her out of the school, thus taking over the school? Normally I'd be like, how would this happen? She's just a little kid. Plus she's got a magic genie and an evil shadow whispering into her ear. my disbelief has been suspended. And so, Halloween's 11th wish is to make Cleo disappear because she was trying to make a comeback party.
Your comeback party is now her eclipse party.
But Howlings decides to like, yeah, you know what? Instead, we're just going to do a what was it? A full moon eclipse party? Shadow moon eclipse party? I forgot what they called it. Wisp made an error. She thought she was just getting rid of all of Howling's friends. But, you know, Frankie puts it best.
Wisp thought she was sending us to certain doom, that we had no chance inside this lantern. She made one voltageous mistake. She sent us all here together.
So as the shadow eclipse nears, you can see Howling getting more and more depressed. I kind of like that little addition. Twyla finds that Wisp has the last shard. The ghouls in the lamp had found 12 of the 13 shards, and they go to the last door, and it's a dead end. Until Julia finds something.
Wisp was right. We're done for.
Oh, I just love the... Oh. So, they find out it's Wisp's room, but no shard in sight. Twyla finds out that Wisp, in fact, has the last shard, pretty much at the same time that the ghouls do. So the ghouls try to use the orb, and normally I'd be like, oh, why would you tell them your like secret hand? You just showed them your trump card. But then
The exit orb! We've got to get it back!
Wisp actually has her little shadow gargoyles take it from them, and we get a little chase scene. So what I really, really love is, like, this movie does their action scenes pretty well. So all the students of the school gather together, and the moment is about to come up for Howling to make a wish for Wisp to become normal. And for those that are keeping count of the wish counter, we're at 11. 2 wishes left. So Wisp tries to make Howling make the wish, but
I wish. Huh.
I'm sorry, was that her stalling? That's interesting. I think she legitimately, like, deep down inside, did not want to make this wish. Could it be her selfishness? Or the fact that she actually cares about her friends? That's an interesting touch. After getting all the mirror shards together, Helen uses one of her last 2 wishes to undo all of her other wishes. So, and that fixes everything. Well, except the boys were actually starting to really enjoy being on the game show.
Guys, I see the finish line! We'll be the first dudes to ever win this!
And Helene used her last wish to swap Wisp and Gigi, making Wisp now the new genie in the lamp, and Gigi a human girl. Well, technically a human girl. She's still a genie, but you know what I mean. She's no longer bound to the lamp, which is what she wanted, and now Wisp is now the genie, going around throughout like time and places, making friends and granting them wishes. Like I said before, the dolls more sold the movie than the movie selling the dolls. And for a low-budget TV special that is released more often than Call of Duty, the quality of this movie is actually amazing. So this Boo York, and Ghouls Rule are, for me, the top 3 movies they've released. However, this is the peak of the franchise. with the exception of New York. The next movie that I'm going to be covering, I feel, is the actual downfall of what Monster High used to be. No, I'm not talking about the remakes. I am talking about Freaky Fusion. So all I can really say for now is that this movie, all it really needs is more cowbell. Thank you, Manny. Thank you. This movie is now complete. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you'd like to see me cover the next movie, which will come out hopefully next week. I know I have a tendency of not releasing all the videos of the Monster Bash. In fact, I had to save like 2 or 3 episodes of Amnesia: The Dark Descent for this year, but I really want to knock at least these 4 reviews out. So, until next time, stay spooky.
Close your